What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to the channel, and we have an exciting topic to break down here because, as many of you saw by now, yesterday Jeff Passan of ESPN reported the following: that yes, the Washington Nationals pre-lockout offered a 13-year, $350 million contract extension to their star Juan Soto. Soto declined. It's now been made public, as we see. So that's all I'll be breaking down in today's video. Everything that there is to know about Juan Soto's game, his contractual status, and his overall future, and how the New York Mets potentially benefit more than any other club in this situation, as they are set to go after the star outfielder in the years to come via the free agent market. So as always, folks, make sure you stay all the way till the end of the video for all the details and all my thoughts on Juan Soto potentially landing with the New York Mets in the years going forward. And as always, folks, if you find yourself enjoying this kind of Mets content and you want to see more great Mets content like this, don't hesitate for smashing that like and subscribe button, sharing this video with your friends, put on the notification bell, all those great things. Thank you all so much for the continued support, folks. Now let's jump right into today's video. All right, folks, before you all jump on me in the comments and say Juan Soto is never going to be a New York Met, it's never going to happen, it's never going to be this, it's never going to be that, I want to say that you are the farthest thing from the truth right now, because the Mets have an amazing owner and they're going to be in a great position come when Juan Soto is ready to hit the open market. And we already have so many Mets fans, including myself, chomping at the bit to land Soto, joking that, oh, it's inevitable, that's going to happen, this and that. You even have diehard Mets fan, and yes, hopefully future New York Knick. As a Knicks fan, I'm biasly saying that being Donovan Mitchell came out yesterday on Instagram saying that we would love to have you. So yes, Donovan is trying to do his best to bring Soto on board. We've already seen plenty between Soto and New York having that connection, as he came out with that cryptic post back in August in a series at Citi Field against the Mets. I was in attendance there in 2021. Reposted this on Instagram, and if you look at the hashtags, you have hashtag future, hashtag New York, and all this stuff, and people jumped and cleaned myself to conclusions that, oh, he might want to be a Yankee or a Met once he hits the market, and it was soon taken down after all these things were swirling in the rumor mill, probably from the Nationals telling him, hey, you gotta take that down, all this stuff. But point being is that, is there more than just us fans wanting Juan Soto to be a New York Met for the potential of him actually landing with the Mets? Yes, there is. And it's far greater than I think what a lot of you guys are seeming to realize, because if you look at Juan Soto, is he going to hit the free agent market? That's basically inevitable. It's already been reported from himself that yes, me and Scott Boras, of course, is the biggest agent in all baseball, is his agent, of course, that they are going to hit the free agent market in a couple years. And while he, of course, has interest in staying with the Washington Nationals, he's never going to stay otherwise. For him to push away a $350 million contract extension with ease tells you that he's looking for the big bucks. And are the Nationals a team that's going to be able to afford someone like Juan Soto in a couple years once he hits the market? The likelihood is pretty much slim to none, and whether he has interest or not, again, only time will tell. But there's going to be a select group of teams that will actually be able to realistically go after Juan Soto, and the Mets will be at the tippity top of that list for multiple reasons. Now, one, why would the Mets do something like this? Well, let's take a look back at what they have done so far this past offseason. They parted ways with Michael Conforto. He's more than likely not coming back again. It's not impossible for him to return on a short-term deal, but not likely right now. Conforto, heading into the 2021 year, wanted a 7-year contract extension. Sandy Alderson, the Mets didn't even bother giving it to him at the time, and now he looks like he's going to be landing elsewhere. What have the Mets done in the outfield replacement-wise? They got Starling Marte on a 4-year deal, and they got Mark Canha on a 2-year deal with a 3rd-year club option. So what does that mean? It means that the Mets, as things stand right now, will have open slots in that right field position by time Juan Soto is ready to hit the market. And it does make you wonder, could the Mets have been reluctant to potentially go after Michael Conforto heading into the 2021 year on an extension, prior to him, of course, having his injuries and his woes this past year? We all know that story. Did the Mets have the mindset already a year ago that they know that there are big right fielders set to hit the market? Aaron Judge may very well be hitting the market if he, say, does not get a deal done before spring train is done, if we even have a spring train right with the Yankees. But then you also have Juan Soto in a couple years. There's some huge outfield names that are set to hit the market in the next couple years. The Mets may very well have been under the mindset that, yeah, we're going to go with shorter term replacements right now and then go after the big guys once they are available. And there's no denying that Juan Soto is not just potentially the best player in all of baseball, he's the best hitter in baseball. The guy had a phenomenal 2021 season, as it was 29 home runs, 95 RBIs, 111 runs scored, a 313 average, a 465 on base percentage, and over 500 slugging. He's been a stud since he came in the league at the age of 18, and he is set to become the highest paid player in baseball. We're talking higher than Mike Trout contract status. That is how big of a deal this is, and I know people can share their thoughts and arguments saying, oh, he's never going to get Mike Trout. I'm like, yes, when you base things on the market, his value right now where he currently stands, even though that, yes, he's far more offensive than defensive, even even though Soto had his best defensive year in 2021, it was a lot more well-rounded with his glove. But I think what fans seem to realize if you don't look at the numbers to begin with or just watch him on a daily basis. But point being is that Soto is destined to be the first $500 million player in baseball. And once he's available, if he is going to hit the market and take a contract, say 12, 13 years, upwards of $500 million, what kind of team can pony up the dough? Who can come out on top? The Mets can, because as of now, they only have $55 million in guaranteed money with their contracts by time the 2024 offseason comes around. With those contracts being the likes of Starling Marte and Francisco Lindor, a couple arbitration guys, but that's it. And yes, Jacob deGrom is set to probably opt out of his deal in a year from now or so. He'll sign a new deal with the Mets, assuming that his health is good, because the Mets aren't going to let the best pitcher in baseball go anywhere. Pete Alonso will have hit the market by then, so assumably the Mets will have locked him up to a longer-term deal, potentially an extension soon, right? Brandon Nimmo, he's a free agent after this upcoming season. What's his future going to be? And then you also have some others in there too intertwined. So point being is that yes, the Mets are going to have more than $55 million guaranteed money on their payroll by time Juan Soto is a free agent. But the point is that the Mets are still in a position where they're going to be able to handle this just fine. They're going to have lost the Max Scherzer contract, the Mark Canha contract, the Eduardo Escobar contract, and potentially others too, based on trades and things that are going to happen in the future over these next couple of years. And the Mets have the best factor of them all, having Steve Cohen, not just the richest owner in baseball, but probably one of, if not the most ingrained owners in baseball. He's so involved in negotiations. Him and his wife, Alex, respectively, do a great job in the offseason trying to help players land here and have shown a willingness and an interest to not just win now, but be consistent and really build something special in New York as a top dog, even ahead of a team like, yes, the New York Yankees. And I fully expect the Yankees to be in the mix, especially in a scenario where, say, they let Aaron Judge walk, they go after Juan Soto instead as a right field replacement. And I wouldn't blame them if they ended up doing that route in a couple years from now. But again, the point that we're trying to make here is Juan Soto, best player in baseball. There's only a select market that will realistically be able to go after someone like him, and the Mets may very well find themselves in the golden opportunity of a position to land him, be able to throw more dough than any other team, and the Mets are destined to be in a win now stage still then, maybe having a different look in their pitching staff by that time or these next couple years. But all in all of us Mets fans should be awfully excited about the thought of Juan Soto landing with the New York Mets, because it is more than feasible and it's more than just a possibility. It is very much a realistic possibility, at least at this point in time. So Mets fans, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about Juan Soto potentially landing with the New York Mets in the years to come? Again, if he wants a big market, which is what he's shown in the past from that Instagram post, at least, the Mets and the Yankees are at the top of that list, and the Mets may very well be able to outbid the Yankees without even a problem. So whatever your thoughts are, if you think Soto's going to land with the Mets or land somewhere else, or maybe not even hit the market at all, which I don't see happening regardless, let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. As always, folks, and again, if you enjoy this kind of Mets content and you want to see more great Mets content like this, don't hesitate from smashing that like and subscribe button, sharing this video with your friends, put on the notification bell, all those great things. Thank you all so much for the continued support, folks. Expect more great content here on WardyNYM always. I'll talk to you real soon. Let's go Mets, baby.